I'm Holly Keegan, founder of Academic Ascent. In my 20 plus years as an educator, I have been incredibly fortunate to learn from fellow educators, the families I work with, and the students I serve. Now I want to give back, so I've created these audio sessions as a way to share the best of what I've learned along the way. My hope is that it feels like a conversation and leaves you with something you can take away from each session to help your child manage student life just a little bit easier. After all, we're on this journey together. So let's get started. A longstanding principle in my teaching is that when we're prepared, we have less stress and anxiety. Studying for an exam will definitely be a less stressful experience than going in cold, and showing up to class prepared will ease our nerves and make us more calm. Preparing to head back to school extends beyond buying notebooks and highlighters. Students need a plan for handling the turbulence that will come with a new school year. So today, I want to urge you to have that discussion before those bumps start to shake the plane. Being intentional about your plan will open communication. It'll eliminate some of that trepidation around school starting and all the expectations that go with it. And it reestablishes firm accountability between you and your child. Your conversation can also create structure for everything from grades to homework management to taking out the trash on Tuesday. Having an agreed upon structure for talking about these things will also help manage those emotions. Many of my students have admitted to me that they get just a little defensive when their parents try to discuss grades and homework. And I've heard the same from lots of parents, and they're just not sure what to do. This can be really frustrating for both parents and kids. But when you both go into the conversation knowing what to expect, and you both agreed on how to handle some likely challenges down the road, those elevated emotions can be managed. Lastly, conversations like these with your kids will model healthy and open communication and give your child an opportunity to consider how they'd like to participate in those tough discussions. So if I'm getting this conversation started, I'd sit down prior to the first day and I'd say a little something like this. I have high expectations of you, and I know you can reach them. And even with that, most school years have challenges, and I think it's important that we discuss how to handle those before they happen so we can be proactive instead of reactive. Let's discuss this now because I want you to feel heard, and I also want you to know that I'm here to help you work through challenges and reach success. Every student will have different areas that are important to talk about, and I've been speaking with parents one-on-one about this recently, and here are a few topic starters that we've come up with. How do you want me to check in with you about your homework? Or what time will you start? What will you do to make sure your homework's being completed and turned in on time? Or what steps will you take when a class isn't going well? What's a reasonable consequence if you're missing assignments? How will you manage your calendar this year? So I encourage you to develop a list of questions that will apply to your child, but these can at least get you started. And a great way to make sure that everybody is in agreement about what you discussed is to write down these finer points and post it somewhere. This will hold both you and your child accountable. So please, when you're getting those school supplies, also get these conversations started. Talk now about how you'll talk later, and set your kids up for a successful new school year. Hey everyone, if you like our content, please click subscribe, and we'd be so grateful if you shared this with others.